obnoxious time. Made sure it said 5% acidity. Just got Jim's truck out of the mechanics for the second time. Not even sure I'm going to bother you with that story. I am headed north. I'm going to go fill up with gas. We can actually calculate what kind of gas mileage we get. Hopefully everything's fine, and I will keep you posted. Oh yeah, that's real nice. All right, I'm going to try to capture the noise that I think it's the cold air intake making when I get up to speed in this thing.
Fletcher refused to commit his strike assets, even as numerous reports.
That's the north side of the lot. That's actually, when you see the work that we've done, we created that little U-shaped driveway there now. I think there was 8 or 9 trees we took out of there.
Yeah.
But then before we even took those trees out, there was a huge mess in there that we had to pull out of rotten wood. And that's directly behind the back door of the cabin, looking up the hill.
Oh yes, this is the door.
This is the door. Yeah, I mean, we're probably standing at the door taking this photo.
So is that a lot steeper than it looks here?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I think we've cut 9 feet deep into that hillside. The stump to the left, that is the first time Bob and Ime came. They dug around the roots and saw the roots with a keyhole saw.
And they took it out.
And took it out. We got back and it was ready to come out. To the right of the splitter is where we have a retaining wall there now. Kevin's stairs are going up to his cabin.
Yeah.
And you can see in front where those 2 burn piles are, we kind of leveled that out because to the right is our shop.
Yeah.
And we cut all that and leveled it out with the tractor.
This is before Kevin?
Before Kevin, yeah.
Oh man, it looks so different.
Yeah. So I'll give you a reference. Our cabin inside is 20 feet wall to wall. That rock hearth came out 11 feet because it's an A-frame. That thing is probably 6 to 7 feet off the wall, and then the hearth came out even further.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
This one's a lot easier to grasp.
Yep.
The camera is standing off to the side.
See the little saw?
Yeah, no, that's the sawzall.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when we gave him the sawzall. But see, the stump's gone.
Oh, was that your dad with the sawzall?
Yeah,
Yeah, we took my dad a few more times with us so he can help out with cutting the trees, cleaning the logs and all that. He's really hard worker. That year the snow was really heavy. We couldn't even walk to the property.
We couldn't drive to it.
No, we couldn't.
So where her head is, do you see that railing up there? That's the railing for our deck. Bottom of the deck is about 10 feet off the ground. Yeah, she's probably standing on a good 6 feet of snow. This time when we went, we couldn't even drive to, the roads weren't clear. We can only go down so far.
Oh my God.
And it took us at least a half an hour, and it's only 50 yards.
Alright, time to drop this bad boy off.
The bomb continued to the second deck, where it exploded.
Jim's truck's first time on sugar sand, at least under his ownership. I just saw 2 deer go running into the forest. All right, let's put this baby to bed. I got 20 minutes until my ride shows up. So I'm just up here dropping off the truck, Jim's truck. My ride will be here in just a minute. This is a test to see if our address really works. It showed up on Uber, even though it's a brand new address. So an interesting thing is those 3 trees that wouldn't fall down last time, they fell down. Let me spin it around. Like I said, the inevitability of defeat. Got them in the end. One thing we talked about in the last video, we showed you a trailer that we were looking at. Well, we decided to go another direction. I didn't want to get an old trailer. You know, Jim put it succinctly. What do you do with an old trailer once you're done with it? We had talked about the bathhouse becoming a 4x8 shed. Well, we've gone the other direction. Now we're making it an 8x8 shed. The 2 things we're going to focus on when they're up here is getting the rest of the trees cut so we can dig the entire driveway and get the pillars, the concrete pillars poured, 6 of them for the bathhouse. This is the spot for it here. It's where I cleared off earlier when it was just going to be a 6x8. Those 2 stakes over there are going to have to go that way. So either that tree's got to go or that tree's got to go, or probably both. That's a decently sized pine, but I don't know. Not sure I want the needles falling down. I think they're both going to go. So we got some thinking to do. Anyway, I want to go make sure my Uber driver finds me since this is a brand new address. So I'm going to grab my bag and go stand up front and look conspicuous. But I'm glad we got the truck here. It's all nice and tucked in. Didn't go exactly as smoothly as I wanted to, but it worked. That's the important thing. One more look at it. See you, truck. See you next week. Be cool. I'm going to let you guys look at these Amtrak museum videos while I tell a story. So while I was waiting in the Amtrak lobby, this homeless guy walks in, a big guy, no shirt, carrying a staff, starts misquoting Bible verses, walks up to this Hispanic family and says shalom and tells them that they're Jewish, which I'm sure was quite the shock to them. Then he turns around and tells everybody that I'm a police officer, which that was messed up. I'm not a police officer. But then the Amtrak people chase him out because, you know, can't be there without a shirt. I guess a stick is fine, but oh, the stick was evidently the one that Moses parted the Red Sea with. That was an important part. So I guess he figured that made it okay. Well, he pops back in and starts saying, hey, traveling man in blue. Hey, traveling man in blue. I was ignoring him because I was wearing green and black. Turns out he was referring to me being a police officer. But he asked me to step outside, and I'm looking at him like, you crazy? The station mistress is saying, sir, you don't have to go outside. Sir, don't go outside. I'm looking at him like, do I look dumb enough to walk outside with a big dude with a stick? Hope you enjoyed the story and the tour of the Amtrak Museum.
About 45 minutes.
kicking my shoe wear up a notch here. I'm bow-legged and I wear the outside of my heels out like in 6 months. And Jim told me about these awesome shoes where you can get the soles replaced for like 40 or 50 bucks. So I tend to buy really crappy shoes. Hopefully this isn't that. But of course, buying anything online that has the fit is always kind of tricky. So we're gonna try them on. Oh, there they are. Can't tell if they're too small or my socks are too big. May have to turn them back in for either a size bigger or a size wider. I haven't decided yet. Anyways, thought I'd share. Round 2. Size 11. Nice. So much better. These are great. Zoink. Keepers. That's what I do to my heels. Yeah. So it's good that these are replaceable. Nice. Super excited. Boy, Iguana. And if you poop on my brand new painted car, I'm gonna be pissed. He's like right over it. Bonk. Alright, let's see if the truck is still here. I see red. So one of the crazier parts of this trip, which kids, I do not recommend this, driving with a gas generator sitting right next to me. Which means I got to drive with all my windows down the entire trip. Even when it rained. It was great. Okay, first things first. I'm not seeing any flat tires, or I'll tell you what, I kept having this reoccurring nightmare that pitchfork would be through one of these windows. Happy to see that my future neighbors restrain themselves. Oh yeah, that chain is just loving life. I'm gonna hopefully clean that today. Just went and got a new battery for Jim's truck. Not doing a ton of labor today. Today's more prep work for tomorrow. I've got to make sure that my brother's generator works, and then I need to assemble the cement mixer. I'm very excited about, because cement mixing is back-breaking work, so I'd rather let some robot break its back. So this is my brother's generator. He was nice enough to let me borrow. It's an old Coleman Sport 1850. ChatGPT says that is powerful enough to run the cement mixer. We'll find out. So this part is bent right here. You can see where it caved in right there, so that these uprights don't stand up parallel. And so when I try to set the bucket, whatever, down in there, it doesn't fit in those two holes. So that sucks. So the question is the most impressive thing that I didn't just completely freaking lose my cool because I had to unbuild this thing that I'd half built? No. The real impressive thing is that in that narrow road, I was able to 3-point turn my Scion so that I can back this thing in. So I'm gonna very calmly go put that back into my car, turn this off, and then curse like a sailor. Well, today has been a rather challenging day. I've been doing a lot of freaking shopping. And no one place had what I needed. Walmart had everything I needed from Walmart. And I guess Tractor Supply Company had everything I needed from them. But after that, it went downhill real fast. I had to go to both Home Depot and Lowe's and Harbor Freight. And I actually had to go to Lowe's twice. And they tried sending me out to the freaking East Coast to pick up something. I'm like, nah, I don't think so. Anyways, it's kind of fun when you get, this is a big long truck, but it is only a 6-foot bed. So you get 12-foot pieces of lumber and it kind of sticks out. It was teeter-tottering pretty bad. So I figured, you know what? I need to get pavers anyway. So I got pavers to hold it down. So now we're going to lay these kind of along the footpath just because I'm really tired of chiggers. So losing sunlight, I need to cut rebar and cut this wood at least to the point where I can fit it in the bed. So I'm going to get to work. Talk to you later.